I heard Disco Elysium was incredible a long time ago, but then my short attention span Neanderthal brain saw the large chunks of text and just recoiled. If this sounds remotely familiar, then this review is for you. This is a game about people and systems, how people are systems and how people make systems, and not a single moment of it comes close to boring. Disco Elysium is a 2019 role-playing game developed by Zaum. The player controls a detective with amnesia awakening in the city of Revachol. From the moment you wake up, Disco Elysium is written like a rapid-fire cabinet of curiosities. It creates such a familiar yet weird world that even pure lore is interesting. Its plot is so twisted that every discovery feels earned and grand. It so deeply understands its characters that they can be entertainingly weird and still feel real. In the first hour, I proper belly laughed over and over, and games rarely make me laugh at all. The game's world and narrative incorporates the inherent silliness of interactive storytelling. It lets you get weird and gets weird right along with you, while still emanating real humanity. The companion character, Kim, became so entangled with my psyche that I didn't make a single decision without considering, well, what's Kim gonna think of this? And eventually I cared about how my decisions would impact everybody in the game, particularly my detective, because at this point I knew him all. When you start Disco Elysium, you're confronted with this stat script. These are the Furies, representing what your character is good and bad at. Some are self-explanatory, like empathy and encyclopedia. Others are less obvious. Inland Empire is your connection with the spooky dookie, and Shivers is how well you can feel the city around you. They're both vibe checks of different flavors. While talking to someone, Encyclopedia may chime up with some info about a place they just mentioned, while Suggestion may suggest something to say that will get them to spill the beans. This is a systemization of thought, an idea so brilliant it seems obvious in retrospect. As humans, we are bombarded with thoughts. The only agency we really have is which of them to act upon. Then there's the thought cabinet. If the Furies are intrusive, the thought cabinet is where you place concepts to ruminate on. After X amount of playtime, you integrate these concepts into your identity, gaining bonuses and penalties. These systems mean you can't help but roleplay this detective because you're in his head, and the narrative world gives these mechanics room to flex. There's a moment where the detective takes a shine to someone you're speaking to, and all of the Furies are chiming in over and over. Then Volition cuts them off with they're compromised. The Furies can't be trusted with this person. This very human moment of being mentally disarmed, not quite being able to trust yourself around this person, really hit me because it's something I've never seen so well distilled in any art form, and it's only really possible with these set of mechanics. Now, the physical controls are fairly limited. Even action scenes are completed through a choice-based text system, but you never feel separated from the action because Disco draws you in with its writing, pace and presentation. For example, there's a track that plays when you're exploring Revachol's streets. It fits the tone of that place so well that it feels a part of it, drawing you into the screen. The melancholy horns were blasting for clock-off time, while the oil painting style creates a sense of drifting, dreamlike reality, a familiar yet fantastical world. This is a place where the bizarre doesn't undermine humanity, it's just more concerned with truth than fact, and it demands you to collaborate, and that is why Disco Elysium is so good.